Hello everybody, it's Tidy1 here. In today's video, we're going to do something different today, topic-wise for like horror stuff and for for something for my horror content. What I was going to do today, we're going to do something fun. I mean, it's just kind of a theory and just kind of something different, just something fun. What I was gonna do today, we're gonna do something like this. Since we've had some videos with Goku fighting horror characters and stuff, we've had him fight off Michael Myers, we had him fight off Freddy. Well, I was wanting to do one kind of like this. Okay. Goku versus Jason Voorhees, Chucky, and then, of course, you have Ghostface, Scream, and then you have Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which are four other characters that we haven't really used. And what I was wanting to do here, how would Goku respond to fight these? Well, for instance, Jason is built on strength, super durable. Two, it kind of depends on what Jason we're talking about as well. If we're talking about Part 9 Jason, which is Jason Takes Manhattan, I do believe is what that one is. That was where he was like super dope. I mean, that was where he was at back then. He was pretty much a full-on zombie then. Like, he literally had no face. He didn't have hardly any human face at all. He was just a walking zombie. How I think Goku would fare to him, it'd be very interesting. Now, as far as facing you can do some statistics probably from the Friday the 13th game of some of the stuff he can do, like the teleportation, the warp stuff he can do on the game. You can do some stuff like that for this fight kind of thing. His weapon is obviously going to be a machete. Now, we've seen Michael try to use the knife on Goku. Now, it's going to be kind of interesting how, but, see, one of the things that, of course, though, he would have to outsmart Goku a little bit to kind of get him there. But Jason does know how to set traps. And when he sets traps, he knows where they're at. So he kind of knows where to lower you. But, Goku's actually kind of, I mean, he's not the brightest, not really the smartest normally. But when it comes to tactics and stuff, normally he's pretty, like, aware. But, one of the things, though, that I do think that Jason could get Goku on is this right here. See, two of the things that Goku's weakness that he does have, and I'm pretty sure Jason would probably learn this, and how to get Goku. Goku drops his guard, and sometimes he does get a little curious. That's how Michael got a hold of in the Part 1 and Part 2. Each time Goku would knock down Michael and stuff, Michael would disappear as soon as he hit him. And each time he disappeared, you notice every time when he was looking around, that's how Michael got him there too, because he just got the curious best of him, and sure enough, Michael grabbed him by the throat and threw him up against the wall. I can actually kind of see a similar Jason doing that, but I think he had, in a way, I think he can actually teleport. But it's kind of weird how, because just for starters, we're not really sure if it is teleportation they can both do, but it is kind of an answer that kind of suggests, kind of thing, like, can they actually do it though? But one of the biggest things that I guess Jason has is this. Jason has like a sensibility where he can sense your fear. And I guess that kind of makes it to where, I guess it kind of helps it to where he doesn't really have to run after you. He can just kind of sense you by fear because he knows that that's his best way of like maybe his best way of tracking you. But see, Goku's not really afraid. I mean, there are things I think he probably would fear, but I don't think he'd fear a character with a machete. Now, he would get a little too curious and he would mess around a little bit, which is normally how Goku normally gets upper hand, just a little bit. But I think Jason would kind of I don't think he'd give her, but I think Jason would probably kind of fare a little bit to where Michael did a little bit on the first two parts of the Michael Myers versus Goku one. Now, as far as like Leatherface, Leatherface, Ghostface from Scream, and then you have Chucky. Now, Leatherface is built. I think I'm trying to think of what Leatherface though we're talking about here. He is built on strength, but see, he is built on strength and he is pretty tall. He's like 6'6". So and he does run after you. But the thing is though, if he's going to fare up against Goku, one of the weapons I think Leatherface would have to bring with him, yes, he would bring his chainsaw, but he's going to be too slow swinging that around hitting Goku with it. One of the things that he does use from time to time, sometimes I've seen him use, would either be a hammer or probably a meat cleaver. Would be like a lighter weapon to try, but even if he had those, it wouldn't be a very fair advantage of it anyway. But if we're talking about tactics of what he could do, he is pretty good I think he is pretty good when it comes to tracking. Like he knows how to track. Which he finds people all the time. One of the things though that I did notice though, in the Halloween one with Goku and Michael Myers is that I think Leatherface can kind of use the darkness just a little bit toward of his way of kind of like shading himself and kind of way. I guess that's kind of how he sneaks on behind you. But another thing is though, Leatherface in the movie, in most of the movies, was actually raised in the house and stuff. So maybe you can probably do a concept kind of similar to how Goku searched for the Dragon Ball and ended up being the microscope. Well, you can probably do a concept similar to that as well. Because Leatherface is very aware of the house that he was raised in, the butcher and stuff. So you can definitely do a deal where I guess the fight could be based in the house. And he knows pretty much every location in that house because he's raised in that house. And two, they pretty much trapped him in the house. So I can see him doing some tactics with Goku on like some things, but at the end of it, I think we all know Goku's going to win this. Because there's not really much all that he could do other than swing it around and swing his chainsaw around, and that's about it. Now, we're talking about Ghostface here from Scream. I think a couple of things that he could probably get Goku on is this. Scream gets you by tactics. He can get you by a cell phone. Well, see, here's the thing. Goku doesn't use a phone. He doesn't even know how to use a phone. He probably wouldn't even know what to do if he had to pick up a phone. But that's one of the things that he can get you. Now, how would this work, per se? I don't think it'd work the greatest if you're going to do horror characters versus Goku. Now, I think the best horror character so far that I think works best right now is Freddy Krueger. That character there gave him a run for his money. Of course, though, in the Dream Realm, it didn't matter what Super Saiyan Goku went. He still didn't stand a chance, which was very clever, I thought. So, yeah, I'm not sure how some of these characters I think Jason would be kind of a similar concept to Michael. Just a few different adjustments, but I think Chucky, Leatherface, and Scream, I don't know how those would work in these. Now, I'm pretty sure if Unreal Gaming does stuff with them, he's pretty good at creating pretty good outside the box stuff with like he did with Michael and Freddy. Pretty sure he could think some pretty good things with those. Now, if we do stuff with Pennywise from It, that'd be kind of a cool one too. So, I think this would be kind of a cool little concept, or kind of a little series, if you will. Goku versus the Halloween or horror characters and stuff. The some of the OG horror characters. Then you have It. I don't know. Do they consider It an OG horror character? I mean, I'm trying to think where they would place It. I know he's had the old movie that they had, but I'm trying to think of what category they would stick Pennywise and stuff. Because Jason, Freddy, Michael, all those iconic slasher characters, they're kind of in a place where they are, and I don't know what you would call that place, but I guess it would kind of work. It kind of works, I guess, but I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about other horror characters facing up against Goku if Unreal Gaming does more stuff? Post in the comment section below and tell me what y'all think. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.